Hi, everyone. My name is Stassi. Today, we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm so excited. I get to interview the amazing Alina. She is one of my first amazing supporters. I'm so excited that she gets to be here. So, this is a series called Simmer Spotlight 7 Questions with Stassi J. And like I said, today I have the lovely Alina. So, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh,
I'm glad I'm here.
The pleasure is mine. Absolutely. The pleasure is mine. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
My name's Alina. I go by Princesse Perdue, which is French, or Princess Perdue, however you want to say it, on Instagram, where I post my Sims content. I'm 30 years old, but just barely. And I live in Germany. So I am from Germany. I live in Germany. I work here. I'm actually a doctor, but I work as a medical editor. So I write medical stuff. I work from home, which is fine. So I have a little bit of time for the Sims on the side. And that's something about me.
Oh, amazing. There's so much to unpack there. Being 30, okay, I gotta ask you this, because today's my birthday. I turned 28 today.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. And my my girlfriend just turned 30, and my best friend is turning 33 this year. And everyone's like, we're turning 30, the world's ending. I don't feel that way because I'm actually a grandmother. Like, I go to bed at like 9 p.m. I eat regularly. I sleep for 10 hours a day, and I only drink water. So like, I'm excited to be closer to 30 so people will stop judging me that like, oh, you're in your 20s. You're supposed to be out drinking and partying all night instead of getting 8 hours of sleep and good mental health. So my question is, did you feel the same way about turning 30? Or were you like, let's bring it on?
I actually don't mind that much. My boyfriend used to make fun of me for this, but I was always like, I want people to take me seriously. And as soon as you have that 3 in front of your age, you get taken more seriously. Like, I am somebody. I'm like all grown up. I'm 30, so it's fine.
Right? Like, I still start with a 2, and my real job, I work in marketing, and I'll sit and have a meeting, and people think that I'm my own assistant. And I'm like, no, you're speaking with me today. They're like, you're too young to do this. I'm like, no, I'm actually 28 and you're here to speak with me. And if you don't want to speak with me, you can continue on with the rest of your day because I don't have time for you being rude. And they're just like, oh, you're just too young looking. Like, that's a crime now for a woman to look too young.
I totally know. Like, I know a few people who have, or a few colleagues who've gotten the question, like, when the real doctor will be there, because, we can't be real doctors. We're just too young and we're also women. So I don't mind being 30 is the bottom line.
We need to change that. We need to get men to understand that like women in their 20s and 30s can actually be professional and not work as like a receptionist or like something to serve them. Like, we can actually have our own careers and it could maybe actually do better.
I'm sure we can.
I'm sure we can. Honestly, though, I don't even want to do better. I just want to be treated equally.
Yeah.
That's what I stand for. I'm very lucky that my fiance is a feminist, but I have taught him a lot about like women in the workplace and the wage gap. I didn't know how bad the wage gap was at my place until this past week when I found out I'm making 20% less than the men there. Yeah.
That's annoying.
That is annoying. So
pretty unfair.
It's pretty unfair, but I hope to one day that we can bridge that gap and we can be looked as equals. Not better, just equals. Anyways, I feel like that was a fun tangent. Let's talk about Sims. How long have you been playing The Sims?
For a while. I just had to look it up. Sims 1 came out in 2000 and I started playing in 2000.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like barely 10 years old, I think. And I read about this game and I absolutely had to have it. And I started playing and I was devastated because it was so hard. And I obviously never played a tutorial or anything. So I just went right into it and nothing worked. And my Sims wouldn't do anything. Like I remember they wouldn't sleep in one bed because obviously they didn't even know each other.
Yes.
And back then they wouldn't sleep in one bed.
No, you had to.
And I was,
you. And you're just like, why isn't this working?
It was horrible. So that's how I got into The Sims.
That's crazy. So I started in 2003. So I was 10, and my childhood best friend, we used to go home for lunch together every day. And she had The Sims because like her dad worked in IT. So she had her own computer in her bedroom, which was unheard of at the time. So we would sit at lunch and her mom would make us grilled cheese and chocolate milk and carrot sticks every day. And we'd sit and we would play The Sims. And I was just like, I need this game. I just remember a lot of like making my ex-boyfriends in The Sims 1 and being like, you have to like me. I made you in The Sims. And everyone's like, what the hell's The Sims? I'm like, it's a game. And they're like, you're weird and we don't like you. And I'm like, the trick's on you because I'm actually cool. And they're like, no, you're wearing a Scooby-Doo sweater and you're 10. I don't know if that makes you cool.
I remember I was so happy when I met another person who played The Sims. Like I was in like 6th or 7th grade and I met this girl and we got to talking and then she told me about Rosebud and that was what changed the game for me completely. That was so fun.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Also played The Sims as a child, and he never did cheats. He never did Rosebud. He did it all. Like he'd be like, "Oh, well, we need to, buy this bigger house. I guess my Sim's gonna work 2 jobs." I'd be like, "Rosebud, Rosebud, Rosebud," and he like, "That's cheating." I'm like, "No, I wanted to have a successful Sim without having to put any of the work in. You put the work in." That's why you're the angel in this relationship. That's why he is the Hufflepuff and I am the Slytherin. I just wanted to have all the reward, but with no work.
Yeah, I mean, for The Sims 4, I also sometimes play without cheats just because it's easier. But The Sims 1 was just impossibly difficult.
Oh,
especially as a 10-year-old.
Oh, yeah. I just remember my house always being on fire.
Yeah, everything was always burning.
Every time I turn around, I'm like, the house is on fire. Oh, great. And then my Sims would just die. Like, I think if I could keep a Sim for like a week in like real time, that was a miracle. Because like they would combust. Or they would just like fall asleep in the pool and drown. Or if they were being, salty, I would just remove the pool ladder. And they would just go for that ultimate swim.
Yeah, that was fun. I was a bit disappointed. I think it was already in The Sims 3 where they could get out. No, that was only in Sims 4 when they could get out of the pool without a ladder. I was a bit disappointed.
I think it was Sims 4. I'm pretty sure because I know Sims 3, I used to still do that. I used to take the pool ladder away and they'd be like, oh, I wish Sims 4 would bring back diving boards.
Yeah, those are definitely missing. They had those diving towers from Get Together, but it's not the same. They're huge.
No, I want the old school Sims 1 diving board. If we brought back the Sims 1 TV, we should bring EA, if you ever listen to this, bring back the diving board. Probably not for Sims 4, but Sims 5, okay? I hear you. I know you say you're not working on it, but like we all know you're working on it. So diving board, Sims 5. Thank you. Well, I guess this kind of leads into my next question. What Sim do you like? What Sims version do you like better? Sims 1, Sims 2, Sims 3, or Sims 4?
Actually a bit hard to say. I mean, I would say Sims 4 just because it has so many possibilities and it's so pretty to look at. But I have to say I've never played The Sims 2. I actually played The Sims 1 for probably 10 years, like on and off. And at some point I transitioned straight to Sims 3. Yeah. And then to Sims 4 because Sims 3 also, the open worlds were fun. What I liked most were obviously the horses. Oh yeah. See,
and I'm torn because I like all the Sims because they're all really great for what they are. I like Sims 1 because obviously you have to like Sims 1 if you like the Sims because it started it, right?
It's the Sims OG.
2, I liked the town gossip. And I liked the more of the build buy items. And it was just a little bit more pretty looking. Sims 3 to me is kind of forgettable. and I know people are going to be coming for me after you hear me say it, but I found Sims 2 and Sims 3 just really the same game. I couldn't really see any difference. I know you've never played Sims 2, so it's kind of hard for me to to explain that. But and then like Sims 4, you're right. It's so pretty. It's so pretty, and it's getting prettier because I know when it first came out, like it was rough, and then like EA just keeps making changes. But I definitely, for me, it would go Sims 2, Sims 1, Sims 4, Sims 3. I know I just gave Sims 4 a lot of praise, but Sims 2, that is what I came in to my own. Oh my gosh. Like I would just build for hours and hours and hours and hours. And Sims 2 is great. I wish they would put it on Origin or Steam. Like if they ever like, did a masterclass, re-released it, would you download it? Would you play it?
Definitely. I feel like I really missed out on something there. Like everybody who's played it loves it.
Yeah.
And I really want to play it someday, but I don't want to go through the hassle of having to, I don't know how you get it these days. But if it was an Origin and it didn't cost too much, I would definitely just give it a try.
Yeah. Like if it was like a $20 game, I download it in a heart. Like I would re-download it in a minute. Like I still have my discs, but if I put that into my computer would just spit it out being like, what is this? This is a set of ads. Like, no, we don't do this anymore. I kind of hope they do, to be honest with you, because, well, this past Monday, I put out a post, like, did you play the original Sims? And a lot of people came back to me and said, I wasn't even alive. I wasn't born yet. I didn't start till Sims 3 because I was like 13 when Sims 3 came out. That made me feel very old.
Yeah, that makes me feel old too.
And B, I feel like EA is missing something. I think they should put Sims 1 and Sims 2 on Origin and get people to play it. And yeah, I know that like you can go find like illegal copies of it and download it, and that's fine. That's great. But let's have like the original come back there, because there are CC creators out there that are going crazy and going back and remodding Sims 1 and 2 to make it a little bit more playable, because like we know without cheats or anything, it's rough. It was rough, and you need the cheats. Now, fun side question. Do you think Sims 4 is better with or without mods?
With mods.
With mods. Okay.
100%.
Okay. I gotta dive deep to this one, because I don't play with mods. I play with CC and I play with cheats. I don't play with mods. When I first got back into this, I was like, I don't play with CC. I EA only. And then I started doing Rose Chronicles. I was like, oh fuck. No, I need CC. I need poses. Okay. Like I can't, like for the first two chapters, it would take me hours, because I actually had to get them to like each other enough to do like to hug. Mm-hmm. And then if I had to get someone to yell at another person, like all that work was gone. So then I was like, oh my gosh, like this can't do this. So I downloaded mods for an hour and I walked away, because I was like, oh, so everybody likes Wicked Whims. Oh my God, I'm gonna download Wicked Whims. That's the one I know. 20 seconds on my computer, I see some boobs. And I'm just like, what the fuck is that? And my fiance comes walking by and he's like, are those boobs? Is this full on boobs in the Sims? I was like, yeah, I downloaded this mod and I don't like it. And then they were just like, had sex in the shower and showed it. I was like, oh my God, I don't need to see that in any form, especially in video game form. So I immediately got off Wicked Whims, and then I downloaded MCCC.
That's a must for me.
Crashed my game.
Oh no.
Within an hour. I was just like, nope. So I need to, okay, what mods are great? Because I need to try something.
Well, MCCC mostly. I can tell you a fun story that happened just recently.
Yeah.
So I have a save where I had my sim self. That was my original save.
Okay.
And I obviously created my boyfriend for that too. And I have a test save where I have where I build and where I test the builds and everything. And I placed our two sim selves in that save.
Yeah.
And just for one build. And then I kept playing in there with other builds and stuff. And at some point we had a baby, like autonomously, because MCC decided that we should have a baby. And I just thought that was so fun. So that's why I have to have MCCC. Like without that mod, there's nothing unpredictable. I feel like that happens. So
I like that. I like that a lot.
So that's the main function that I needed for that Sims that I don't play with have actual lives, like get married and have kids. That's it, yeah.
I am the opposite. I'm like, you guys can't have a life. You guys can't age. You guys need to stay still so I can come back to you at a later point. Because like at this point, my gameplay has changed exponentially. That was not how you say that word, but I don't know how you say that word in my mind. Exponentially? I don't know. Because now I really just do two aspects. Well, I wish I could do three, but it's either Rose Chronicles or Built. I wanted to do a Let's Play that lasted 2 episodes. It didn't work out well for me. But with Rose Chronicles, I can't let them age because I can't let them live their alternative lives because like I've maxed out. There are so many Sims. Like I have 80 plus Sims dedicated to all this. They can't have babies. They can't grow because I'll be like, God damn it. I have to go back and then recreate because I have like Lex and Oliver. There's a toddler, a child, and a teen version. And there's more, but I can't get into too far into that. But I need, and I can't let them age because I need to go back to that point at any time and grab them, put them in the story, and then go back with their grandmother because I have different ages for all of them. I've maxed out because I didn't know you could go past 80. I had no idea. So they're like, yeah, you can have unlimited, but we don't recommend it. I'm like, we got to go unlimited. I can't do 80 because I'm also doing a Sailor Moon collab, which is coming out the end of this month. So in the collab, everyone's like, oh, we'll just have to make like one sim. Oh, I did Sailor Moon, Tuxedo Mask, Dark Lady, Prince Diamond, Emerald, Sapphire, and now I'm gonna do the not the Weird Sisters, the Dark Moon Sisters. So that's like 10 Sims right there that as soon as the collab is done, they're going right to the gallery and off my computer because they're taking up 10 spots for Rose Chronicle characters. But I feel like I've now spiraled into Rose Chronicle stuff. But yeah, I definitely is there a mod that can change the time?
I think you can do that with MCC. That's the fun part. You can do almost anything with it. You can.
Lena, you're selling this to me. You're flirting with me at this point. If I can change the time and the weather, you're flirting with me because those are two things that keep me up at night. Is being like, oh, well, it's a day shoot, so it's now 8 p.m. their time. I guess I'll wait 10 minutes in my real time so they can get back to summer daytime in their real time. Well, thank you. I'm def 100% going to be looking into this because that's going to improve my gameplay. Is there any other mods that you would recommend?
There are a few creators actually. So I mostly use Little Miss Sam.
Okay.
She has like, I don't know how many, probably hundreds of mods, just like tiny ones that change little things in the game. Like if there's something that's been bugging you forever, then she probably has a mod for it. And there's another creator like that. It's called Bienchen Mods.
Okay.
And the same. So just like little mods. For example, I don't know, she has one that makes it so you can hug unflirty Sims. Because that always bothered me because my sim had a best friend. They had maxed out friendship bar and she tried to give him a hug and he was like pissed. And so why? Just because he's unflirty, it's just a hug.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
no.
Now, if it was like a tender embrace, maybe. But if it's just a friend hug, like you should be able
Yeah.
to do that.
So there are mods for all these little things, and I have a few of those. And like when there are glitches or bugs in the game, modders will usually fix them. These are the two that I have the most mods from, I think. And then obviously Tool.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm definitely gonna have to look into this. Do you play with Reshades?
No,
No.
I don't think my computer can handle it. Like I have a pretty old laptop. I'm gonna get a new one at some point, hopefully soon. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I can't handle Reshade, and it's just too much work for me. I don't want to get into it.
I just got into Reshades, and I only have like 10 because like I have a new computer. I bought it last year because I always had a Mac growing up because I like in 2 lifetimes ago I went to school to be a graphic designer. And you need a Mac, right? Like anything design, like you need a Mac. And my Mac died, and I was just like, I don't have $2,000 lying around, so I'm just gonna go buy a PC. And it's good. It's not great. I think I just need a gaming PC. I basically just have like a mom answering email PC. So I was like, so I started doing YouTube videos, and everyone's like, you need reshades. Oh, okay. I'll get some I will look into reshades because they're like, your gameplay's too dark. You need reshades. Okay. Okay. I'll look into some reshades. So I downloaded a couple, and I'm like, oh, they actually do make the game brighter. Huh. But it does slow the gameplay down immensely because it has to light up every object. I will say the only reason I super like reshades and the only time I turn reshades on now is if I'm taking a thumbnail photo. And I just try to do, like you're on Instagram and you see like all these like really awesome like pictures or like, how did you do that? And now I have enough balls to ask people, how did you do that? And they're like, oh, it's reshades. It's Kaleidoscope's reshade. I'm like, fantastic. And they're like, yeah, you can just go have fun. That's the one thing I love about the Sims community. They're not trying to drag, they're trying to lift each other up around. Yeah. I love that.
Amazing.
If you had anybody else, they'd be like, go figure it out. I'm not telling you.
Yeah.
Or now it's like, you're like, yeah, it's this. Here's a link if you want to download it. I'm just like, oh, thank you. You just did all the work for me. Thank you so much. So
I have to get into Reshade. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. Like if you get a new laptop, I recommend Reshades, especially there's like a lollipop one, the kaleidoscope, and doves. Those are all the ones that everyone uses on Instagram. Because at this point, because I was sitting here, because a graphic designer in a past life, I'm looking at these photos. I'm like, how in God's name is everybody on here a graphic designer? Like, how are they doing this? They're not. It's just reshades. I'm like, mind blown.
Mind blown.
Mind blown. Because now people are asking me, they're like, are you using reshades? I'm like, I am using reshades. And they're like, I'm like, I use Dawn. And that kind of gives it kind of more of like that darker cartoony feel. Like it kind of looks more 3D. I know Sims is 3D, but it gives it more of that 3D-ish feel. I'm like, oh shit. This actually looks really nice. It actually works. But yeah, the moment you want to get into reshades, DM me. I will send you everything. I will just send you all the bin files. So all you have to do is just download it and then you're good to go. Because like it does make a difference if your gameplay is dark. I was shocked by that. So it does work.
Yeah. I would mostly get it to just like avoid having to edit everything afterwards before I can post it. Because that takes so much time. Just makes me want to not post things on Instagram sometimes.
Before I was like, I want to do this, like I want to do this for real. Like I want to take it from this is casual gameplay to no. I want to take this to the next level. I would just go on Instagram and be like, let's turn the brightness up and let's do that. And now I put everything through Photoshop first. And I'm just like, a lot of work. A lot.
It is.
It's worth it.
It
but
takes
it's worth
so much
it,
time.
Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, definitely Reshade's going to help you out. A lot of my, and if you want, do you use Photoshop?
I've tried. I think I'm too dense for it.
No, if you
Maybe
ever
I'm too
get back
old.
into it, I will share my working files with you. So because I found the perfect sun because like all these beautiful, like all these photos have like these sun glares coming through. It took me hours, but I finally found like a good sun rays, the right Photoshop actions, because that's a thing. You can just download actions and then press play and it does all the work for you.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So if you ever get it, let me know and I will share my working files with you. So all you have to do is just plop your photo in and the work's done for you.
I will. Thank you.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. Like again, anyone who's also listening to this, if you guys want some working files, I will give you my working files. I have like, hey, it takes a long time and it takes a lot of skill. And if you don't have the time, but you want this, or even if it just kind of shows you what it can do, like, please let me know, because now that I have Photoshop actions, it takes me like maybe 10, 15 minutes to do a nice thumbnail now instead of hours.
Yeah.
Hours. Anyway, speaking of hours, what do you like better? Create a Sims or builds?
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I mean, I started out mostly building.
Okay.
I mean, I started out playing the game. I just got into building, like really seriously building a few months ago.
Yeah.
And since then, I've mostly been building and it's fun.
Yeah.
And then I got into Create a Sim maybe a few weeks ago or something. I don't know when did I post my first sim. I mean, I did do it before, but only because I had to, like, for my gameplay. Mm-hmm. I had to make a few sims, obviously, again, now and again. But yeah, no, I really like it because it's quicker. I'm really slow at building and it takes me forever to get something done. And CAS is just so much easier. I can spend like an hour or two and have a really nice sim. And that's what I like about it.
You are preaching to the choir, my friend. I was like, I'm a builder. I build. I don't do Create a Sim. I build. Now I'm like, how many Create a Sims videos can I knock out in a day? Because you're right. It takes 2 hours and they're beautiful. You do 2 hours on a build, you may have the landscape done.
Maybe. Probably not.
Probably not. I see, to me, Sims is like a time warp because so like last night, my fiance is away on a lad weekend. So I was by myself, which is, I know he's going to listen to this and I love you, honey. Was a great time to just have some me time. Because for the last 16 months, we have spent every waking moment together because of COVID. We can't really go places or do anything. And I love him dearly, but I think we're now just kind of having a little bit of like enjoying each other's space and enjoying free time. So I was on the couch from 4:00 yesterday till 10:30 straight building. I didn't pee. I didn't drink. I didn't eat. I just sat there trying to create things. And I like Jason calls me and he's like, I just want to wish you like a happy early birthday. I'm going to call you in the morning, but I know you're probably going to go to bed soon. So I love you. And I'm like, I'm building. And he's like, what are you building? I'm like, a castle. It's too much work. Okay, Sims, you need better castle windows, especially for larger walls. Because like large walls, you can't have like a small window.
No.
You just can't do it. So I'm just sitting, I spent an hour yesterday looking at windows, just so many different windows.
I know. Anyways. And I'm also such a perfectionist that I need the perfect one. So I have to try every window.
Yes. I need to try every single window and every single color because like, what if I actually don't want a black window? Maybe I want a white window, but I don't.
Yeah.
Right. And you're just
I admire those people who do speed builds. Like, I can't just pick and choose things. I have to try everything and see what works.
Oh my God. So that's what I was doing. I was filming the gameplay last night for speed build. And I didn't realize that with my computer, it only goes to 2 hours and then it cuts out. So I went an hour without anything. I was like, oh, well, shit. I got to get better at this. So I'm back in and I'm looking at it. And I'm just like, I've been building this forever. And now I'm just contemplating doors. 3 hours in, and now I'm looking at doors. Not the outside decorations, just doors.
Yeah.
And when you do speed builds, I literally like one speed build. So like the farmhouse that I did, that was 9 hours of footage sped up at 900% the rate to get it down to at least 30 minutes. I was just like, oh my gosh. Like it's a lot. It's a lot of work. So the builders out there that do like these giant 64 by 64 builds, like every time, like we sing your praises.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Like it's a crazy. Oh my gosh. Anyways, fun facts about this. Do you like CC? Are you a no CC girl?
I do like CC.
Yeah.
I actually, like, for my own, back when I didn't share anything on Instagram yet, I used CC for everything, like for building and for casts, and like mostly for casts. Actually, I have a bit of CC for building, but not that much. I have tons of CC for hair. Like hair CC is just the best.
Oh my. Okay. Do you have your CC folder organized, or do you just throw everything and hope for the best? This is no
organized.
Sorry, do you say is he
like semi-organized? I have a build by folder and I have a cast folder, and that's it.
Oh, you are better off than me. I have nothing. I just throw everything in. I got poses, hair, food, makeup, all just right in there. And if anything breaks, I'll be, I'll be bad luck, but knocking on wood that won't happen, because like I saw somebody's their CC folder. It goes down to hair color, not even just hair, but hair color and all the blonde, and then within that hair color, how old the hair's for. That's a lot.
I don't have the patience for that. No.
Oh my gosh. But no, I like CC. Like I said at the top of this, like I was like, I don't use CC. I just don't. And then I'm like, I love CC. All my creative sims, every aspect of it is CC. Like even down to like skin colors now, that's everything is CC. I just like, it doesn't look good. Like without CC, like what are your thoughts about that?
Well, I do have to say that since I've been sharing on the gallery and on Instagram, I've been trying to do most things without CC. So the builds that I post are usually no CC, and the sims depends, like what I feel like. But I think that especially, I think the actual objects from the actual packs are getting better. Like the last few packs have had such good hairs. They almost look like CC because they're so good. So I feel like it's getting easier. And I also think it's kind of fun to like limit yourself a little bit, especially when it comes to building. So you can get kind of creative with the objects that you have and maybe create new things, like the easiest being maybe potting a plant into a different pot where you don't need CC for that. And that's also fun. So I like CC and I like building without CC, and that's what I'm feeling like.
What's your favorite pack?
Oh, that's hard to say. I like most of them. I don't have all the packs.
Okay.
So,
what packs do you have, and which out of those do you like?
So I have all the expansion packs except for Get Famous, but I'm going to buy that one soon.
Okay.
And out of those, I'm going to say all of them. I really love Island Living just because, I bought it at a time, I bought it during COVID, and I was just sitting in my apartment, and that pack allowed me to like live on an island and go swimming with dolphins and everything. And that was so fun. And what else? I mean, Seasons is just like a must have for me because I feel like the game needs seasons. And Eco Living is great for build by. It's just my style, like the industrial style. I love it. And, the Snowy Escape, Snowy Escape, also great build by. And then I have to say Cottage Living is probably my favorite, not just at the moment. I think it's going to stay my favorite just because it has so much good stuff and all the animals. Like the animals. Cats and Dogs. Cats and Dogs also one of my favorites just because it has cats and dogs.
I love that. You know what? You're the first person that ever told me they like Island Living. That's awesome.
Really?
Yeah. Like
I love it.
I like it too. Like I know it's a problem child because like it's kind of glitchy, but I like it. And I know you don't have Get Famous. I really like Get Famous because I like the build buy items.
Mm-hmm.
The gameplay is fun. Like I did the acting career. I think that's actually the only career I've ever played in The Sims that I followed through and through to the very end. It's fun for the first time, but after that, it just kind of gets more repetitive. But definitely cottage living was made for the fans. Like I love the animals. I would do anything for a bunny in a sweater.
Absolutely.
Anything. Like give my life to a bunny sweater. I know it. Like I thought that was a really well done pack. Now the rumor is that's going to be the last expansion pack for The Sims 4, and that's why they saved it to the end for the fans. And I think that's actually a really nice love letter to send it off. I think they did a really good job with that pack. I know they say like there's like 2 or 3 more years of content that they still have. So I'm kind of curious to see. I kind of wish that there would be a pack dedicated to like a grocery store pack. Because I know you can get the CC and stuff with the shelves and all the food. I would love if EA had a pack like that where you just had shelves of food and produce and you could take your sim to the actual store, get your stuff. How about drive your Sims to the market? Like I know I'm asking for too much now, but like, what are your thoughts? Like do you want drivable cars? And no, that doesn't do anything to your gameplay.
No, I mainly would use cars like as a prop, but since it's not an open world, I feel like it would have to be an open world, like in Sims 3 for cars to really, work.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it would be fun to have a car in the driveway, and it would also be something to like sink your hard-earned money into. Because everything
like I want my sim. I mean, if I'm just cheating, I mean, whatever. You're cheating. But like what if you could buy like a minivan and you could stick all your kids in there and you could go do errands and then go to like a soccer game and like come back? Like, do you think that's too much real world in the game?
I don't know. I mean, I do like realistic gameplay. So I would enjoy that, but I think it might be too much. Like there would be a whole another level of activities and stuff. And I don't think that's going to happen. I would like it, I have to say. I mean, not just, we wouldn't have to drive around necessarily, but just like the getting into the car and going somewhere would be nicer than just to magically teleport everywhere. That's true.
Yeah, I agree. Or running. Oh my God. So Rachel, during my first episode of the Let's Play, I was like exploring the 3 areas like you're supposed to. And she ran home. Like I was like, we're gonna end this episode on a great note. I also have to pee, so this is perfect. So I was just waiting for her to like get back. So I was expecting her to do the teleporting thing, and then going up there, I was like, "Bitch is running. She's running." And I just sat there for 5 minutes and I watched her run. I'm like, kudos to you because I've sat here all day recording. So I haven't ran.
I haven't even run for 3 minutes. But...
The closest to me running right now is to the bathroom and back. But if you want to get your 10,000 steps in, kudos to you. And I'm just like, this would be more fun. Obviously not driving, because now that I have Oliver and Alexa just biking everywhere. They just pull out their bikes. They just go upstairs and bike upstairs.
Yeah, that's kind of annoying too, because sometimes like I feel like it takes them longer to actually take out the bike, get on the bike, get off the bike again, put the bike back in their inventory when they could just walk somewhere. That's been kind of annoying.
Yeah, I agree. A fun tangent about this do you want horses in the game pack?
Well, that's the same thing, I think, as cars. Like the fun part about horses in The Sims 3 was also that you could just like go everywhere with them. That was what I enjoyed most, like just riding wherever because it's an open world. And without the open world, I mean, I would still like horses, even if they were just in stables and you could just pet them and groom them and stuff like that. That would also be fun. Or maybe there would be like a paddock where you could ride around a little bit. That would be fun. But without the open world aspect, it's missing like a little bit of that fun exploring. That was
okay. I get you with that. The reason I asked is because everyone was like, "Where are the horses with cottage living? Where are they? We need horses." And I was like, A, there's no way EA is going to give us horses without having to pay more money for it. B, I have the horse mod. It's not as cracked up as it sounds. So I want to have horseplay. Oh my God, horseplay. I wanted them to ride horses. I think that's how I wanted to say that word. And it's not great because they're riding horses. It's either they pull out their bikes or they pull out their horses and they go like this. Nope. And I just watch them. I just watch them gallop, and I'm just like, there's nothing. I don't get me wrong. Like I want horses that legs that actually move. Like I want that because the horse mod I have, it's just basically a mesh over a bike. So they have their bike helmet on. So I'm like, great. So now they need to wear hoods or something because that's gonna look weird. Why do you have a bike helmet on when you're riding a horse?
But I like the thought that they're pulling out the horse.
Yeah. They literally pull out the horse and they put it down and then they hop on and they ride the horse. They like how they have it set up so the horse's head is just a little bigger than the bike handles, and they literally just do this. But it's not a horse. And,
okay.
Oh my gosh. It's so fun. It's funny to watch, but I was hoping that the rumor is that they're going to release a kit for horses.
I mean, horses for like $8? I don't think so. Right? I think you're gonna have to pay like your firstborn soul for horses.
Alina, I'm glad we're on the same page. Like
it's not going to be cheap.
Kits. I was like, because I love Sims and the community makes the game, but EA is so money hungry. I will never be an EA game changer. Like if they're going to listen to this, they're going to be like, nope, no. But no, like $8. What killed me was the vacuum kit. Oh, do you have the vacuum kit?
No, I'm never going to buy it. It's so broken that I'm so glad that I didn't buy it.
Yeah. People were like,
why would I want to vacuum like all the time? I don't even want to vacuum my own apartment.
Thank you. When the kits got released, the only one I did buy Country Living because I thought that
seems nice.
Yeah, that one's nice. I thought that was the only way we were going to get a farm living pack. That's kind of like what I was thinking. I was like, they're not going to ever release a farming pack. We got a country living pack. Whatever, it's fine. But I'm
then they released cottage living, and you wanted your $8 back.
Yeah, I 100% want my $8 back. They're expensive. You get 3 vacuums for $8. No, and
you get dust bunnies.
It's from the eco lifestyle, you know, that like zoom, like getting rid of the
yeah.
That's what the hand vac. It's just a remesh and redesign of that. I'm like, get $8, and they've never been on sale. They have never once been on sale since they've come out. And like now the Moroccan light tile pack came out, and I was like, nothing. That's not going to improve my gameplay. Not against it. It's pretty, but I'm not going to spend $8 on tiles. I'm not going to spend $8 on a vacuum because let's put it this way. My fiance has to bribe me with cupcakes to vacuum our floor. I can't see him being like, so you vacuum your game. Don't vacuum in real life. And like,
that's not going to happen.
Workout clothes. Get out of here with your 80s workout clothes.
That's what CC is for, to be fair. Like CC creators make stuff that is just as good.
Better.
Better, probably, yeah.
Definitely better. Much better.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
Well, for certain aspects, because like CC, there's everything. I literally had to get an apple picking hose. Apple picking. And I'm like, that's a thing. Someone's already thought of this. This is awesome.
There are hoses for everything.
They make the game, I feel like. CC creators, mod creators, hose creators, and the whole community. So, I got a couple more questions left, and then I will, let you go because I know you're in Germany and it's 7:00 there. No, 7.
It's 7.
It's 7.
Yeah.
No, you're 6 hours ahead. 6 hours ahead. What inspired you to go on Instagram? What was like, I want to show you.
So actually, it's a bit of a longer story, but I was chatting with this girl on Reddit actually, because she posted like a picture of one of her builds, and we got chatting, and she asked me whether I wanted to do a renovation of that build. And I thought, yeah, sure, why not? I'm going to download it, I'm going to renovate it, and it was part of a challenge. So then I decided to participate in that challenge for real, and for that I had to get an Instagram. So that's my very first post, was a challenge post, and that's how I got into it, and I started following a few people, started participating in a few challenges, and it was fun. And like you said before, the community is so nice. Like everybody is so nice. I have yet to meet somebody who isn't, and so that's how I really got into it, because yeah, it's a nice place to be. It's a nice hobby to have, and yeah.
That's awesome. I got a question for you. Since you've done shell challenges, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about a good shell challenge, because I've never done a shell challenge before. I see them all the time, but like, are they super fun? Do you get stressed out? Because like I look at the requirements and it's like, you can only use these certain packs. I just like, I can't trust myself to only use these packs.
That's a bit of an issue, because I'm actually planning a challenge of my own soon. Because I've participated in so many, and I kind of want to do it myself, but I also don't have all the packs. And the issue is that you want to download that build and like check it out in the game. Obviously, you can't. People use objects from the packs that you don't have, and I don't have the money to like buy them all. And but I do think it is fun. It can also be like, what was fun for me, especially in the beginning, was limiting myself a little bit, just because it forces you to get creative with what you have. And also, if those shell challenges have like a certain theme, also forces you to like use a few objects that you maybe never have used before. Because I feel like I was always using the same 3 couches and the same 2 beds. And so it was kind of fun, like doing something different. If the challenge has a certain theme or something, that's always fun, I think. Because forces you to think outside the box a little bit. And I don't know which good ones are happening right now. I can't think of one on the spot, but there are always so many. I have like a folder, I save them in a folder on Instagram. I have an inspo folder and a challenges folder and a how-to folder. So when I want to do something and I can't think of anything to do, I just go to my challenges folder and pick one from there.
Oh, that's awesome. I see them all the time, and I always want to be like, I can do this. And then they look at them all the time. I'm like, I can't do this. But I think I want to, if you're doing one, I will be your first person to enter. You'll be my first shell challenge. I absolutely would love to do it. I feel like it's good to like, step outside your comfort zone, because I've literally just built the same house over and over and over. And I don't like this. You can tell if you walk into my kitchen, it's the same kitchen, maybe just different countertops. Same kitchen, same bedroom, same living room, same bathroom. Yeah. It's just the same, right? So like maybe I think it's time for me to step outside my comfort zone and try something new.
Yeah, but I will also host a cast challenge. So I'm doing both. You can make a sim or you can do the shell. So you can also just make a sim if you want to.
I would for sure make a sim and be like, is there any requirements for the sim? Can it be anybody?
For the sim, it can be anybody. The theme will be, you're the first one to hear this, the theme will be fairy tales. So you can do anything inspired by any fairy tale or folk tale or whatever you can think of. So you can do any kind of sim, and you can use CC and everything for the sim. Yeah.
I'm excited. I am obsessed with fairy tale builds right now. Like I'm obsessed. This coming Sunday, I redid my Snow White cottage build. It is now my favorite build I've ever made in The Sims, next to my McDonald's, because that McDonald's
is awesome.
Thank you. Because it's a replica. Because I worked at McDonald's for 2 years when I was like 19, 20, and I was an overnight manager. So I literally built it like an actual McDonald's. Like I have the driveway area, the front cache, upstairs dining, downstairs you have your stock room, the manager's office, and like I was one of the first builds I was so proud about. I just remember I was like, this is fun. That and my school bus. Those are my two favorites.
Yeah, the school bus is pretty cool.
Yeah, I was just like, let's do something fun. Let's do something different because everybody keeps building the same homes. I see a lot of like the same stuff. Like let's do something a little different. Let's step outside the comfort zone. So I'm excited. I am going to create you. I'm not going to tell you yet because I have 5 ideas swimming. No, 6 ideas swimming around in my head, and I will keep them secret until when's your challenge come out?
When I have 500 followers, so I'm close to 500 followers.
Okay,
so gonna be a few days or weeks. I don't know.
Okay, let's see where you're at because I think you're at 440.
I'm at 480 or something.
480. Okay, let's see. Dude, also congrats at like 500 followers. Like it's hard, and
it is.
Yeah, 486. It's people ask me, they're like, you get 70 followers, you must buy your followers. No, I do this for my job. I'm insane. I don't sleep anymore. I'll sleep when I'm dead at this point. But like, if you ever want follower help, I am here for you. I can give you best advice. I want you to succeed. I want you to get to 5,000 followers. I believe in you. I know you can because you are an amazing builder. You're an amazing part of this community and you're amazing creating The Sims and you're just amazing. And I want everyone to see your work because that's how amazing you are.
That is so sweet. I'm going to blush. I think I'm blushed. Thank you.
You're welcome. Last but certainly not least, I was going to say, is there anything that you'd like to plug? But I feel like you just did.
I did.
Is there anything else? Anything else that's going on you want to talk about?
No, not really. I am going to stream at some point when I have my new computer. Yeah, I'm going to announce that on my Instagram. So
I will definitely keep up to that. I'm too scared to stream. Like, I don't understand how to stream. I'm not smart enough to figure out that concept. But that's so exciting. I will watch your streams. I will be there. If you stream, I don't know, like 6 p.m. your time, I will watch it at work. I will have it on the background. I'm also be like, what are you doing? I'm like, watching my friend stream. Now go away.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna do it in the evenings, my time. So yeah, so that many people can.
Yeah. It just sucks with times differences. It really does.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But I'm so excited for you, Lena. You have so many amazing things coming out. I cannot wait to see them all. I want to take a quick minute and just say thank you so much for doing this with me today. She is amazing. By the way, she is one of Rose Chronicles' #1 supporters, and she keeps me going. I definitely look forward to your reaction to every chapter every week. I specifically will like, oh my God, I wonder how she's going to like it. So thank you so much for being such an amazing supporter. It really does mean the world to me. So thank you. And thank you for doing this today. Like,
you're super welcome. Thank you for inviting me. It was really fun.
I'm glad. You are welcome back at any time. I'm actually going to be doing a roundtable in a couple weeks because The Sims released that we're doing a pack refresh, and I want to get people's thoughts about it. Because
I have a lot of thoughts about that.
Yeah, I mean, let's do it. We'll pick up in a couple weeks and do a roundtable chat.
Yeah,
because I want to hear your thoughts. I'm very curious to see. Well, anyways, again, it has been a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Please go subscribe to her because like she's amazing. Links are going to be below. Links are going to be in the description on all the podcasts because it's also first podcast ever. Cherries dropped everywhere around here. So thank you again so much and have a great rest of your day and enjoy your weekend.
You too.
Perfect.
And thanks again.
You are very, very welcome.